So I want to just finish the conversation I was having yesterday. And I know what I'm about to say, and of course you read the title, that this should be something obvious and everybody should understand. But when we really think about our life's decisions, that we don't always follow that and we don't always take time to think about it. And that is what works for you doesn't mean it's going to work the same way somebody else. And what works for someone else doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And you really have to understand that not everything is made for you. Not every type of environment is made for you. Not every type of job is made for you. And you do best just by understanding what do work for you and where you do fit. And I understand that, we try to make whatever we get into work. We try to make the relationship we get into, even though we know it's wrong for us, we try to make the career, the area, it's just like we don't want to put forth the effort into trying to do something different and new. We rather just stick with the old. And when things start falling apart, it's like we want to pick up those broken pieces and still try and make it work and still just allow those pieces to stay on the ground and go on by our way, just going, about our way and just going to something different and to something new and to what fits best for us. Because yes, I do get it. It's that, we have high expectations. I know not everybody, but some of us, we walk into things with high expectations, even though we have not really, I would say, investigate what we're going into. We don't really ask the questions we need to ask when we're trying to date, or we don't really try to seek out the type of values a company holds or just the work culture there. And I understand even for a job that you don't always find it out up front. But social media is good. So you can still seek things out and you can try to find out if that's gonna be the right place for you. Or even an area. Like we don't really do the research you need to do. I know for me what I'm trying to stop doing is looking at the bad. And I know of course yes, you wanna look to see the crime rates and all that, but when your focus is always on the bad, then you're gonna miss out on the good. Because let's just be honest, when it comes to like cities and places that you move to, crime is really everywhere. It really is. And I'm the person, I'm the type of person that believe that you need to exercise common sense everywhere you go. You know not to leave stuff in your car. You know that you don't need to be out certain times of the night. You do have to be watchful of your surroundings. Be discerning of people. Like, yes, I understand. I know I say it's common sense. I know everybody don't don't really follow that, but that this is something that everybody should know and well should find out to know, just to learn these things and to understand that hey, wherever I'm at, I still need to be watchful, stuff like that. But just really thinking more about this, it made me just to think about where my issue really was at when it came to certain circumstances that came up in my life. And it really points back to just decision making. And yes, I know, of course, that can be obvious, but the decision making that I was doing wasn't always bad. It was pointing in the wrong direction. Like, yes, you need a job, but you can pick the wrong type of job for you. Or you do need a place to stay, but you can pick the wrong area. And in relationships, there's no issue with dating. I have no problem with people wanting to date and find out more about that. But it's who you date that matter. Like, what is your type of mindset going into a dating game? Are you just trying to get laid up, or you really are trying to seek out a partner that you can do life with that can lead to marriage? Now that's me. That's my personal belief, and I think that is good structure. Like if I'm going to date, I'm going to date for just marriage. I'm not going to just be dating for no good reason. Because being single is not bad either. You have fun, you can really enjoy your life, and I don't do like half the stuff I know I see people doing out there. I love my quiet life. I love just being at peace. But I also understand that I need to have more of a focused mindset when you're approaching these type of things and to not just, go into things just all foolishly. I would just say that. So understanding what fits you, understanding what really works for your life. And that does take time, just having those conversations and just being honest and real with yourself. Because that's the other thing that just because things work out for other people in a certain way doesn't mean it's going to do the same thing for you. And I know sometimes we want to hope that, because this person did like that, then I need to do it like that. I say that for you too. I'm now just coming to this place where I'm like, I'm just going to put the type of content that I want out there. I'm not going to try to make my format like somebody else. I'm not trying to follow the most popular trend because that's not who I am. That's not being true to myself. I look at it as whatever platform I'm on, I'm going to utilize that platform. I'm going to maximize it, not according to just a type of content out there, but according to that platform like YouTube, videos, shorts. There's things I can do with that, and I don't have to have the same setup as everybody else. Now, of course, yes, I want to get to a place where I have a nice, just a studio setting, so I can just come in, record, leave out. I would like to have that, but I don't want to make myself sound like somebody else, do what someone else is doing. I just want to be me, just be real, and just do the type of content I want to put out there. Now, yeah, it may mean I have to work harder because I'm not trying to do the most popular thing, and it may mean that I may have to put a little bit more effort into things. Just trying to get my content out there. But I know what works for me. And I know for myself that it's best for me to be just true to me and to allow my creativity to flow instead of just trying to control it and try to put it in a way that everybody can receive it because I'm not for everybody. My content is not for everybody. It's not made for everybody, but it is for somebody. And I'm going to work hard for that person to get what they need from me. So this just, end with this same point. I get it that sometimes, we come to a point in our life where we feel like we're missing out on certain things, or we feel like we're missing something from our lives because everybody around us is getting married, or they're starting their businesses, or they're just, soaring their career. But take time to really look at your own life and look at direction that you're currently going in. Is it the right direction for you? What works for you? What type of career that you actually want to be in? What type of city that you actually want to live in? What type of relationships, community that you want to have. Like, we don't have to just follow what everyone else is doing. You can actually have your own thing. You have a mindset. God gave everybody free will. You can make your own decisions. And like I said before, it's not like what the other people are doing is wrong. It's just that if something doesn't fit you, it doesn't fit you. And regardless of what you're trying to do, if the environment is wrong for you, and from the start, then nothing's not gonna work out. If the job is not for you from the start, I don't care what you do, still it's not gonna work out like that. And it's not saying that you can't try, but I think what make it a lot easier in life is that when we get to just this having this mindset of I'm going to go after what really is for me. This is what fits me. This is what is good for me. And this is what I'm going to do for my household. And just watch, just everything just flourish for you. Because I think that's where you can get to, I guess, just that place in life where you truly can be, celebrate where you are. You truly are content where you are because you didn't make that decision to just follow what everybody's doing. You stop the comparison and you actually buckle down and you say, hey, I'm going to do what's best for me and I'm going to follow that. And ultimately, yes, you do need to follow God's plan for your life. And His plan for your life does not have to look like somebody else's plan for their lives. Like, this is his plan for you. This is the path he wants you to follow. And I'm going to add this on here and then I'm log off that when you're not in God's will, it's like it seems like stuff start to fall out of place until you get in that place. You know what I mean? Like when you know there's something you're supposed to be doing and you're not really doing it, but then you're trying to do everything else around that and it's still not working out for you, and things will not work out for you until you start doing that thing you're supposed to be doing. Yeah. And that could be a whole nother conversation. So Hopefully, this had helped you in some way, gave you some type of encouragement or something to think about. And if you have your own thoughts, feel free to put it in the comments below. Now, I have come to a place where I have a good schedule where I can be consistent with this channel. I do have two other channels that I'm working on too as well. One is Fear Break Loose, that is more about talking about life issues, walking out a life of wholeness, which I'm starting now on that channel, so you can check that out. And I also have another channel just for my creativity, for my art alone. So yes, I'm a type person. I like to do more than one thing. So I'm trying my best to just to be consistent with all three. And I know that may sound crazy, for some, but this is me. This is me. I have to do more than one thing because I know what's inside of me. And I plan to just live out my purpose and to use everything that God has placed inside of me and to do it to the best of my ability. And to make sure that, I enjoy it along the way. Because that's the thing too. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. So y'all be good.